Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, in this session I'll be going to cover one of the very popular and mostly used Java 17 feature, that is sealed classes. Okay, now let's understand from the basic, like what does mean by the sealed classes or interfaces. So let's start it from this notes here. The sealed classes and interface restrict, okay, which class or interface may extend or implement them. Okay, what does mean by the restrict here? So simply we can say we are going to provide the limit to that particular class, like which class can be extend the functionality of that class, which class can be implement the functionality of that particular interface, something like this. Now let's understand like how to declare the shield classes. Okay, so there is a keyword which is introduced as a part of JDK 17 Java 17, that is nothing but shield modifier, so that we have to use to declare the shield classes. Apart from that, there is a extend clause, implement clause, and a permit clause. So this is the syntax. So you can see that this is the basic things you have to follow. So this is the syntax we have to use to declare the shield classes. Now let's understand by the programmatically what exactly it is. Okay, now I'll give you the basic context here. So as I mentioned, like, so we have to use the sealed keyword to declare the sealed classes. Okay, now I'll be going to use the sealed keyword, after that class, okay, and after that class name. Okay, for example, I'll be going to give the one basic example, that is gender class. As you all know, like, so gender can have the three categories. One is a male, female, and other. Now if I declare the gender class and give some implementation, so which class can be used that for implementation? Only three categories: male, female, and other. If I extend that functionality to the dog class, is it make sense? No, there is no sense. We cannot use the gender class functionalities to the dog class. Correct. So likewise, we are going to give the limit while declaring the gender class. What kind of limit? So that gender class can be extend, okay, can be extend by the male, female, and other class. Okay, if other class wanted to get the gender class functionality, they will get the error. They can't do, or they can't get the functionality of the gender class. Only permitted class can do. Okay, now how to declare the gender class? I'll give you. This is a gender class. Okay, after that we have to give the permission to extend the gender class functionality. Okay, so to what kind of classes we have to give? Suppose I have the male, comma, female, comma. Okay, let's have it two categories for now. But now if you can see here, we are getting the uh, compilation error because we don't have this male class and female class, but only those male and female can extend the gender class, get the functionality of the gender class, but not any other class. So this is the shield class syntax you can use. Okay, this is the shield class syntax. You can use it to declare the shield by shield classes by using the this. So there is nothing, man. So there is nothing. So we just have to give the permission to particular classes to get the implementation of the gender class. Okay, so this is nothing but a shield feature which is come as a part of JDK 17. Now let's understand the other points here. Now, while extending the functionality of the gender class, we have to keep some constraint, some limitation in the mind. So what are the limitation? Like constraint on the permitted subclasses. Okay, the permitted means male, female. These are the permitted classes of the gender class. Okay, so gender class functionality can be extended by the female, male, and other class which are the permitted classes, because those are the permitted classes. Now let's understand the constant. What are the constraint are there? So they must accessible the shield class at compile time. So they must access the shield class by the compile time. Now you can see here I have not declared this male and female class. That's why I'm getting the null, sorry, this cannot resolve symbol, so this error. Okay, if I declare those classes, then I'll get, I will not get any error here. Okay, so that means at the time of declaring, at the time of compilation, we need those classes male and female. Getting it? Now this is first. Now second, they must have exactly one of following modifiers while declaring the superclass. Okay, while declaring the subclass or permitted class. So what are those? So while declaring the male class and female class, you must have to declare that class as a final or shielded or non-shielded. Okay, so what does mean by the final? If we declare the class as a final, we cannot extend the functionality of that class. That class is a final, because that class is a final. So that means, so we can declare this class as a final. So let me declare it final male, sorry, final class male extends gender. Okay, so now you can see. So this is first rule. Now again, what is the second rule? The second rule is like sealed class can only extend by the permitted sub. Okay, so we can, the subclass can be a, that permitted class can be a sealed. Okay, instead of final, we can declare that class as a final, but you have to give the permitted class as well. Okay, you have to give the permitted class as well, female gender. So here I give the sealed, and here is a permitted. So here is like a, so other, I'll give the author. But as per the first rule, so this class need to be resolved at a compile time. So we have to declare that class first. Okay. Final class other, and we have to declare the extend the female class functionality. Getting it? So this is the way. So this is second constraint. Now we can declare the subclass as a non-shielded. So can be extended by the unknown subclasses, or shield cannot be prevent the permission subclasses from the doing. Okay, from the doing. Okay. Now for this class there is a restriction. Only these classes can be extended. Okay. Now but for the subclasses, for the while declaring the subclass, we can declare that class as a final, we can declare that class as a shield. Okay, that class is a shield and final. Now in this case I cannot extend the functionality of the male to other classes. I cannot extend the functionality of the female classes, but I can do only in the permitted classes. Okay, again I have declared this other class as a final. I cannot do that. But now the thing is that I want to get extend that superclass subclass functionality to other classes. Then what will I need to do? Simply you can do a non-shielded, make that class as a non-shielded. I'll just modify this syntax. Okay, non-shielded. Okay, so now if I declare this class male class as a non-shielded, then I can extend this class functionality to other class. Suppose I have this class person, I can give the Ajit, extend the male. Getting it? I'm not getting any error here. I did not get any error here while extending the male class functionality. But that class is a final, then it will get restricted. I cannot extend this male class functionality to Ajit, because this class is final, we cannot extend. If class is a non-shielded, we can do that. Okay, so there are three rules. To declare the shield class, we have to use the shield keyword modifier, and we have to use the permit. Okay, So this male female one. Now this is the one of the example so that we have saw. Now let's understand the another one. So what is that? For example, they must be in the same model as a selected classes, and they must be in the same model, correct? One thing apart from that, if that subclasses come from the other classes, then what you have to do here? For example, if you can see here, I have a following declaration of this. So this is the package com.example.gender, and inside the gender I have declared this gender class. If you can see here, I have declared this gender class inside the gender package. Okay, now, and I have make it some permit, like I have given some permission to this male class, female class, and other class to extend the gender class functionalities. But those classes is male, female, and other, these classes is not part of this gender package. Those are coming from the other packages. In that case, you have to give the fully qualified name for each class, for each permitted class. How it is? See, the com.example.polar.mail, because this male class is not part of this gender package. It is coming from the other model, other package. So that's why you have to make it fully qualified name while permitting. Okay, so these are the rules, guys. We have saw like how to declare the shield classes, how to give the permission to the specific classes to extend the gender class functionalities. We have understand like what is non-shielded. So if you wanted to get extend this male class by other classes, by unknown classes, those can be do if we declare that class as a non-shielded. Okay, if you declare that class, so you can see here I have extended the Ajit. I have extended the mail to the Ajit here. Apart from that, there is a shield here. We can declare the subclass as a shield. So this is female class, which is permitted to this gender functionality. So we can declare that class as a shield here. And when we declare that class as a shield, we have to give some permission to other class to extend the functionality. Okay, now the other class can be extend the functionality of the female class here. Now here, if you can see while declaring the other class, you have to follow the same rule. That class can be a final, that class can be a non-shielded, that class can be a shielded. So that's all about the shield feature, guys. So thank you for watching this session, and if you have any query, any questions, just leave the comment in this video comment section. That's it. Thank you for watching this.